Hello all, this is Dr. Sage Breslin and this is Wisdom Wednesdays. So I'm going to tell you something that you already know, and that is who you are makes a difference in what you do. So great leaders probably do have some very clear characteristics and qualities and skills. One of those characteristics is that they are clear-headed. They are connected with self, with others, and with something greater than the self. They tend to be fairly intuitive. They may not refer to it in the woo-woo way. They may say, I get good gut instincts. I get a feeling about things. Or they may say, yes, I am intuitive. They are authentic. They know themselves. They know their quirks. They take the time and the energy to determine, what are their implicit biases? Positive, negative, neutral, like what is it that has held those things in place? And they make effort to actually resolve them as well, to the extent that they can. They tend to be mindful of the people around them, especially their teams, their families. They are motivated to change. They're not resistant to change. And they are deeply passionate about what they do. But beyond those values, those characteristics, those qualities, those skills, there are other pieces that really inform and affect leadership and who you are as a leader. And one of those things is your archetype. So if you are a high-achieving, professional woman of depth and spirituality, your leadership is going to be informed by your archetype as an old soul woman. That is just a reality. So what does this mean, archetype? What is this archetype we're talking about? Well, there are 5 archetypes for old soul women. One is the angel. And whatever you think when you hear that word, maybe set it aside and do a little reading about it. She's not just airy-fairy. None of these powerful women are. So there's the angel. There is the fairy. There is the harmonizer. There is the Magdalene, and there is the wise warrior. And these 5 archetypes really show up differently, especially in your leadership and the way your leadership is affected. Angels are very different in how they communicate with people than wise warriors. These archetypes typically choose different roles. They typically choose different kinds of careers. Harmonizers do tend to choose things like counselors and advocates. Wise warriors may choose the roles where they protect people, police officer, military personnel, attorneys. So each of those archetypes has, a difference in the way it plays out, but it definitely informs how we lead as women. So if you have not taken the Wise Woman quiz, I'm gonna make sure that that is in the comments so that you can go ahead and take it and play with it. It's very short, gets about 8 questions, and it will give you a sense of what your archetype is and how that plays out both personally, professionally, and relationally. It probably is one of those things that you might have overlooked, but definitely guides and directs who you are, especially who you are in the world of work and who you are in relationship. So men, don't feel left out. The Old Soul quiz for men will be coming soon. It's just not quite to its completion phase yet. I am looking forward to knowing, if you could be who you are at your core, who your old soul would have you be, who would you be, and how is it different than who you are now as a leader? This is Dr. Sage Breslin, and this is Wisdom Wednesdays.